Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I use my Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay. This is my favorite go-to palette. I use it every day and every night. So this is what it looks like on the outside if you're interested in getting it or already have it. And the inside, this is what it looks like. So it has these 6 colors. Some of them are exclusive colors to the palette and then the rest you can actually get again. Venus, Foxy, WOS, Naked 2, Faint, and Crave. I'm going to show you today how I use this palette for my everyday look and then show you how I kind of darken it for night. So what I do first is I'm going to take a tapered brush and I'm going to use Foxy, which is this one right here. It is like a yellowish base. It's a matte and I'm placing this on my lid. Up to my brow bone, like right underneath my eyebrow. And I am patting this on. You will find with most shadows, if you pat them rather than like blend them out, you'll get more of a color payoff. So there's not really much pigment to this on top of my skin tone. I am very yellow undertone, but it is going to be a good base to work off. And it is just a little bit brighter. So it gives a little bit of a highlight to it, and also you can pop it in the inner corner. Next, I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush, anything, you know, like fluffy, whatever you use for your crease, and I'm going to take the Faint, which is actually the color I use for my brows. This guy, you're going to pop it in right where your brow bone sticks out. You can kind of feel it with your finger or brush where it is, but you're gonna just like pop it right in there. You're not gonna go any higher. And you're sort of swooping it or patting it downwards onto the lid area. And then slightly blending back and forth. But it is, you can see, it's the same color as my brows, but I do it a lot with a lighter hand, and a fluffy brush makes a huge difference too when applying. So just blend it back and forth. Give a nice little blended definition. That's really all it's for. You're not looking for a huge amount of color. Just to kind of give a little bit of depth. And I am bringing it all the way corner to corner. I'm not leaving it just on the outer V. I personally, for every day, do bring it all the way in like a rainbow crease, but it's up to you. Of course, alter it to your eye shape and liking. So I left my lid blank, or with the Foxy rather, and as well as my brow bone. So this just kind of goes right into the bone area that you naturally already have. If you do have more of sunken in or crepey, or just a smaller space, I do have a pretty wide space. You're just going to use a smaller little brush. Same technique, like this guy would actually be perfect for that type of situation. And you're going to just have a little bit more of control in a little bit of a lesser area. You also, if you have smaller lid space or more of crepey lids, you're going to focus more on the outer corner area. So like this little area. So you don't need to bring it all the way in. Next, I'm going to take Venus, which is this champagne shimmery color, same tapered flat brush, and I'm going to put him right in the inner corner. And blend it outwards, or inwards rather, to the eye. And you can use your finger to just kind of blend it out. But putting this lighter champagne color, especially with the shimmer in the inner corner, is really going to brighten and open up the eye. And just blend it out. And then same thing, same color, I'm going to plop it right underneath the arch of my brow. I'm not doing the whole like swoop, I'm just kind of focusing it right there. I don't really want it to be like a noticeable light line. I just want it to kind of catch the light and highlight a little bit. I don't wear eyeliner normally for the day. It's up to you if you want to add eyeliner. So next I'm going to add my mascara. Okay, so now my mascara is done. Just plopped it on. And then my go-to lip color, which has nothing to do with this palette, is a nude, which I know some of you guys hate, some of you guys love. Whatever. I personally love nude lipstick. So yeah. This is my go-to drugstore one, which is the Revlon 070 Soft Nude, if you are interested or love nude lipstick like me. And I'm just gonna blend it out. So that's that for the daytime go-to look. I usually do plop a little bit of a blush, which my go-to is not this one. Where is it? It's a mess in here because of my upcoming travels. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video in my description box. But everything is everywhere, and I don't know where anything is because everything is packed because I'm about to go. That's a fun little side note. So my go-to blush is NARS Deep Throat, and it looks like this. It's like a peachy gold tint to it, and I'm just gonna plop it on. Really simple, kind of beat my face. And yeah, do whatever lip color and whatever blush color you want to do. It's up to you. But that is that for the daytime version of my favorite look or palette. Normally I will be out and about doing my thing, blah blah blah, and this is what I'll have on. So I work from this. It's up to you if you want to start fresh on top of your normal routine or on top of this routine. So what I'm going to do to give it more of a nighttime edge to it, I'm going to take the Faint, which was that brown color, with a small little, I don't know what this is. What is this? This is the Heavenly Liner Blending Brush from Bare Essentials. Just a little guy. And you're going to plop it right underneath, like underneath eyeliner. And bring it in. I bring it about 3/4 of the way in, and I do bring it down pretty far. It's not a precise line by any means. It's very blended. And you notice I'm not using the black. I am using the brown to work off of. And that is that for the liner. So again, you want it really smoky, really blended, and you still are using that brown. So you're keeping it a warm, more natural look instead of just dipping into the Crave. Is that the name? Yeah, instead of dipping into the black and using that. So we brought down the liner pretty far. I just personally like my eye shape that way. So the hint with that is lining it 3/4 of the way instead of bringing it all the way in. It really opens up the eye. And keeping it bright also here will keep the eye open as well. I am not lining the inner waterline with black, and I'm not using the black on the outer lash line either. So using the natural brown color, you can get away with having a more blended, smudgy look without looking whorish, because that's very hard not to when you're blonde and have light eyes. I know. You know all about it. And then you're going to take the Faint again, and this time you're just bringing it in 1/4 of the way in on the top lash line. So kind of just meeting it at the edge of the bottom liner we already did. Then using the same brush and same color, I use Faint a lot. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. We're going to take this in the outer V, this time just the outer V, and give it a little bit more definition by just plopping it right in there and blending it out. Just the outer V. You can blend it down into the lid. And I always have the hardest time getting my creases to be the same shape and color, or I guess shade. And then I'm going to, I mean, that's really it for darkening the look. You can use the Crave if you really must, or if you have darker hair and darker complexion, by all means use the Crave. But if you are my tone or lighter, definitely stick to the brown. And then you're going to, it's up to you, layer on a ton of mascara or use false lashes or both. It really depends. If I'm doing like a really dressy outfit, or, you know, like going out, I would use false lashes as well. If I'm just like going out casually, then I would just stick to mascara. And I usually stick to the same cheek color and same lip color. Sometimes I'll do a darker lip. Again, it's just depending on what I'm wearing. For the darker lip though, I love either Russian Red from MAC or Rebel. Rebel's more of a purpley tint. Russian Red is obviously a deep matte red. So that is really it. So cater the look to whatever fits your needs depending on your skin tone, your age, your hair color, whatever. However you want to change the look is up to you, or you can follow it step by step like I did. But again, I absolutely love the Naked Urban Decay Basics palette. I use it every day, for day and night, and this is what I do. This is my go-to daytime/nighttime routine with this palette. If you have any other questions, comment below. Thumbs up for this routine and talk through, as well as this camera. I hope you guys like the quality of this. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments, and check out the description box for more videos that may answer any other questions that you may have. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.